Hi everyone, this is a quick video to show you how to bring into Design Space all the files you need to make the sister birthday card with the heart image on the front. This card is entirely made by bringing files into Design Space, and it is mostly print and cut with one or two just normal cut files for the envelope and for the wording sister on the front. So because it's mostly print and cut, I just want to do a quick video to show people who might not be as familiar with it how to bring them in, how to resize the PNGs when they come in so that they're the right size. Now with this card you do get the usual PDF for full instructions, and all these sizes will be given in those instructions, so you don't need to write them down or anything while you're watching this video. It's just really to show you how to do it. So I'll start to bring them in. And the first one I'm going to bring in, browse to where we go, is the card back, which is the most simple piece. And the reason I've done it as a print and cut, even though it's just a plain piece, is because it matches the front, which has the writing on it. So when you bring PNGs in, you get this first screen. Do you want simple, moderately complex, or complex? I always choose complex, whatever I'm bringing in. I don't know if that's the right thing to do, but I just have this idea that I want the best quality, so I always choose complex. Choose complex and click continue. At the next screen, where if you've brought PNGs in before, you might do some cleaning up. Obviously you don't need to do anything here, so you're just going to click apply and continue without changing anything. At the next window, yes, it's a print then cut image, so you select this one on the right and click upload, and that brings it into your image library. So then you just click on it to select it and say add to canvas. I've noticed, I don't know if it's a new thing, but this padlock isn't automatically locked sometimes, so I'm just going to make sure that that is locked. And then I know that the size for the back, it needs to be 15.5 centimeters wide, and if you just click return or tab or whatever you do to move through your boxes, it will make the length automatically 21.5. So that's the back that we brought in, and you can see in the layers panel it's showing up as a print and cut, so you know you've done it right. Okay, so I'm going to bring in the card front now. Again, I'm going to navigate to where all my files are. Sister card front PNG, open. I'm going to choose complex again, continue. Don't need to do any cleaning up. Apply and continue. It's a print then cut. Upload it. There it is in my library. Select it, add to canvas, and make sure the padlock is closed again. And this piece, because it includes the glue tab, can you see how it's got this sloping piece here, needs to be wider than the back, so the front needs to be 16.7 centimeters wide, and you can see that if you just tab through your boxes it makes the height correct automatically. So as I just mentioned there, this card front has a glue tab on it, and it's how they join together. The back will come over and join to that once you've printed them out. So we need to add a score line to the card front. So we'll go to shapes, click on the line, just to remind me, 21.491, so we make the line 21.491 the same. Right, I'm going to move the back over there and bring the front over here. So if I select both of those now and choose a line, I'm going to center them vertically and I'm going to arrange them left. I want that score line to be exactly 12 millimeters over from the cut edge. And I'm not sure how to move things numerically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move them right over to the left margin as far as they'll go, just by dragging them as far left as they'll go. And if you look in your position box up here now, you can see that it tells you that they are at position 0 on the x-axis. And I want that score line to be 12 millimeters over. So in my layers panel, I'm just going to select the score line. I'm going to try typing in 1.2 there and see what happens. Yes, it does move it. That's good. So now I know, and you can see if I zoom in, that the score line is exactly where it should be, at the end of that glue tab. So just for now, I'm going to click both of those and attach. We'll probably need to unattach them later, but I'm just going to attach them for now. So now you can see that when you put it together, your card is going to join together in a whole piece like that. Okay, we'll just pop those there and bring in the next file. And now we'll bring in, I think we'll bring the heart. You've got two images that have got the coloured heart on. One is the inside of the card. What you want is just the heart on its own, and it's called Heart with Offset. Then click on that, open. Again, choose Complex and continue. Don't do any cleaning up, don't do anything, just click Apply and Continue. It is definitely a print then cut. Click on Print then cut and Upload. And there it is in your library. Select it, add to canvas. Again, make sure the padlock is locked between width and height, and the heart PNG for the front of the card needs to be 13.2 centimeters wide. And so we'll just pop that in position so you can see the card starting to come together. Okay. So now we'll bring in the sister wording for the front. That is just a cut file because you're going to cut those in two different pieces of card, two different colours of card, and then put one on top of the other. So it comes in with the word and the offset already done for behind it. So upload image, browse, sister card, sister to cut. That's the SVG name. It's just a cut file, so it's a bit simpler to bring in. Click on it and add it to canvas. And the first thing you're going to do once it's in is ungroup it. Then you need to select what on mine is the pink part. And if you look in your layers panel, you can see it's the dot above the eye and the actual word. So we need to attach those just so that when you cut it, you don't lose that little dot. And then we can select both of those and align them center vertically and align them center horizontally. And then we'll just put those in position on the card. Again, just so you can see the card coming together. Obviously they're going to cut separately and you'll position them by hand, but that's just so you can see what the card is starting to look like. Right, so that's the outer of the card finished. And what you've got there, you're going to do print and cut for the back, print and cut for the card front, print and cut for the heart, and then the sister word is going to cut out of something else. So now we need to bring in the card inner pages. Upload, browse, sister card inner left. We'll bring that in next. Again, this is a PNG. For print then cut, choose complex, continue. Don't do any cleaning up at all. You want that white background there. Apply and continue. It is a print then cut. Select that and upload. That brings it into your library. Click on it and add to canvas. Make sure that the padlock symbol is locked. And this piece, card inner left, needs to be 15.1 centimeters wide. And so we'll just pop that down there. Right, so again, the card right is going to have this glue tab on. I'll just show you that. And so we're going to need to add another score line to that. So upload, browse, sister card inner right. Now you get a choice of a blank one to put your own, I'll just move that a bit over and then you see it bigger, to put your own image on. So it's ghosted out. It's the same heart but ghosted out nice and pale so that your writing would show over the top of it. You get a plain one like that, and I've also done one with a verse in case you can't think of your own verse. That's there for you to just use if you're in a bit of a rush and you can't find one. So I'm going to bring the one in with the verse, but you've got the choice of both. Again, choose complex, continue. Don't do any cleaning up. You want that white background. Apply and continue. Choose print then cut and upload it. Select it, add to canvas. make sure the padlock is locked. It used to be locked by default, doesn't seem to be anymore. And the card inner right, because it's got that glue tab on, needs to be a bit bigger, and it needs to be 16.3 centimeters wide. Okay, so we'll just pop that down there. And again, like the I'm just going to swap those around because I want that over at the margin. It needs a score line, so we go to shapes, bring in a line. Just going to check the height of that. It's 20.692. I'm looking up here, so I'm going to make this the same, 20.692. And I select both of those shapes, align it center vertically and aligned left. There you can see it right at the very edge of the piece. And just like I did before, I'm going to push those right over to the left margin as far as it will go. And you can see that the position is 0. So then I'm just going to select the score that's on the inner right now, and I'm going to make the position 1.2 because again this has a 12mm glue tab on it. And now if I just select both of those and attach, over we go. And I'm just going to line them up underneath each other so it's easy to remember which is which. So that is the whole card brought in now. So I'm going to click make it and show you what happens with the mats. So the first mat is just the card back, that's dead easy. The second mat is the card front, and don't worry that that line is showing up on your print then cut. Your machine will still remember that that's the score line. It won't print on the card, and when you send it, it will ask you for the whatever scoring tool you're using. There we've got the inside left of the card with the nice vivid heart colour on. Here we've got the little heart for the front, which we'll cut out. Next we've got the backing for the sister word, and then the top of the sister word with that tiny little dot over the eye. Don't lose it. So you've brought everything in and you're ready to go. So the only thing I would say is these will fit in the old letter layout, but you can just print on A4. And I don't think there's anything special for me to tell you with these. I'll just show you one in case you've never done a print then cut before. So we may as well do it with the... Actually, I'll do it with that one, just for the sake of it, just to show you that. So I'm going to choose that mat that's got the score line on it. It's got white all around the edges and colour in the middle of it. So I'm going to click continue. And I'm going to click send to printer, and I will actually send it. Now because this doesn't have any colour around the outside, I'm not going to use bleed, but I am going to use the system dialog. You can see that it's on letter, it doesn't matter, it'll work from A4. I am going to use the system dialog box because I want to change the preferences to make sure it comes out of my A4 drawer, and then I also want the colour to be better, the quality to be better. So I'm going to click high, click OK, then you have to click print again. This just means it's waiting for you to do whatever you're doing in your dialog box, and I'm going to click print again, and that will go. I'm working on my Explorer 2 today, and I tend to cut everything on poster board in the same way as I wash everything at 40. I cut everything on poster board unless it's vinyl. So I'll show you with this one. No, that doesn't have bleed either actually, because it's got the... Oh yeah, I'll just show you that in case you didn't realise. Why is it not showing that? Okay, so if we were working on that page now, we still don't need to use bleed because the offset is already set on the heart. You don't need to set any offset on that when you bring it in. This one though, the card back, if we sent that to printer, then I would add bleed just to make sure that it cut the pink out with no white around the edges. And again, I'd choose system dialog, print, preferences, Yes, I want it to go from my A4 drawer, and I'm going to make the quality a bit better. And again, we click OK. So I hope, send it. I hope that shows you how to do it. And obviously you'll do yours one by one. You'll print it, and then you'll follow the procedure, and you'll cut the one that you've just printed. I just wanted to show you how to print one with bleed and one without. So this will be part of the download that you get from Etsy as well as the written instructions that come. I think that's everything. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to get in touch via the Tanglecrafts Studio Facebook page or via Etsy if that's where you bought it from. Okay, lovely. Thank you.